hope everyone's staying safe and well in this time of COVID-19. For me, my workplace has been shut down for several weeks now, so I'm just sheltering in place, as they say. I got the quarantine hair and all that stuff. Trying to stay busy and around the house, and I was looking for little projects I could do, little Dulcimer related projects to keep me busy. And I was browsing around the internet, and I came across this website, which reminded me of these little cardboard Dulcimer kits that you can get. You can buy the Dulcimers already put together, painted, ready to play, or you can buy a kit that comes unassembled. You paint it yourself, put it together yourself, and all that. I thought, well, that'd be a neat little project to try out, and they're pretty inexpensive as well. But let me show you the finished product here. This is the one I put together. Painted it, treated the fretboard, and this all comes in separate pieces. I'll show you a picture of that stuff here in a little bit. But I chose blue for the paint. I also chose to finish the fretboard with a light layer of tung oil. You can choose to do that or not. It's all up to you. Put the tuners on, put on the nut and bridge, and then glued it all together. I made some decals to decorate a little bit. I like owls, so put an owl here and one on the other side as well as a stylized tree with an owl in it as well, just to give it a little decoration. And you glue these things together with just the Elmer's white glue. The instructions say not Elmer's school glue, but Elmer's white glue, which I happen to have a lot on hand because my wife is a expert maker of slime. If you have kids or grandkids, you probably know what I mean when I say slime. So that was easy. There's also some other things that you were required to have, and I'll go into that a little bit when I go through some of the pictures. And after that, I'll play some tunes for you, or portions of some tunes, so you can see what it sounds like. It comes with some fairly light strings. The melody I know is .010. The middle string appears to be the same size as the melody, and has a very light bass string. So I played some tunes with these strings. Then I decided to see what it would sound like with bigger strings on it. So I went with more of a standard 012, 014, and 024. And I played some tunes for you there, so you can get an idea what it sounds like and see what you like. But this whole kit only costs $54. The put it together kit, and then I chose to pay $2 more to have them put in a 6.5 fret. Plus you pay shipping. And let me tell you, I wish that I had started playing with one of these. The very first Dulcimer that I owned was an $80 Apple Creek that I got off of Amazon. And let me tell you, if that had been the only Dulcimer that I ever had to play, I would not be playing the Dulcimer today. Even as a rank beginner, I knew that instrument was just not going to cut it. Had a very narrow fretboard, among other issues, where this one, you get a full-size fretboard. Even though it's cardboard, it sounds pretty good. I think you'll be surprised if you haven't heard one of these before. And it can take a beginner or quite a ways before they choose to buy a more professional instrument. And it's also a great way to get started to see if you even want to play it. Again, for well under $100, it's a good way to try and see if you want to play a Dulcimer. So let me cut to some pictures and other information, and after that we'll get to some tunes, see what you think. Thanks. So here's what it looks like when you get it out of the box. It comes packaged in the clear plastic bag, which they call the case, but I actually slid it down the side and spread it across my table so I wouldn't get any paint on my table. So that's what I use that for. And here's what it looks like out of the bag. You can see the instruction manual there, which I've said before is very well done. Takes you through all the steps and has photos of every step on the back page. Okay, so here's what's sent in the cardboard Dulcimer kit. Have your cardboard body, the fretboard with the frets already installed, got your hardware, your strings, tuners, nut, bridge, you get a nice little book that teaches you the basics of the Dulcimer. And a little leaflet of simple tunes that you can play, along with an instruction manual of how to put it together. Also includes pictures, step by step how to get it all done. So the first step is to paint the inside of the box and then the outside. So that'll be the first thing I do. Some things that does not come with that you'll need. If you want to finish the fretboard in tung oil or something like that, you need some sandpaper. And if you want to paint it, you need some paint. And they recommended this kind of brush to apply the paint to the cardboard. So I'll start prepping the box to get painted, and we'll go from there. So here's what it looked like after I painted the inside, which you have to do first. And they said this doesn't have to be too perfect because no one will see it, so I painted that fairly quickly. And you leave the sound hole bits in. You remove those after you painted both the front and the back. So you let that dry, paint the top, and here it is after I've painted the top, and then you rubber band the pieces together temporarily. You leave a strip of unpainted cardboard along the center where the two pieces meet at the top so that the glue can stick better to the cardboard. This also shows the picture after I put a light layer of tung oil on the fretboard because I wanted it to be a little darker color. And here's the finished product from the top, all painted and glued together. And the decals I made for the sides and back. And another view of the decal that I put on the back. Now let's play some tunes. have it, the cardboard Dulcimer kit. So if you're bored, want something to do, or want to try a new instrument, see if you want to play a Dulcimer, I can recommend it. It's a lot of fun to do. So keep on playing, and I'll see you in the future.